Hello everyone. I took a look at your quizzes this week and I noticed that we kind of were on the struggle bus for the elbow. So I just wanted to review with you the quiz for a second with image evaluation criteria. For this first AB elbow projection, some of you got this right, even though it was marked wrong on the quiz itself. That was my fault, but I added the point if you did mark this correctly. We're looking for this AP elbow. We want to see that the humeral epicondyles are in profile. And as you can see for this right elbow, they are not. The radial head is not superimposed by 1/8, and the tuberosity is almost free of superimposition as well. So this should tell you that you are in an external oblique, and we need to internally rotate this elbow until the humeral epicondyles are at equal distances from the IR. In our next AP projection, you can see that the joint space here, where the radial head and capitulum are, is closed. And so we have some issues where the elbow isn't in full extension, okay? In order to correct this, you need to extend the elbow for the second projection. If they can't do that, then as the presentation suggests, you can take a second AP projection of the forearm by itself aligned parallel with the IR. In this next projection, we're looking to evaluate for an AP external oblique projection. So we're going to look for our radial head, neck, and tuberosity to be free of superimposition here, with which it is not. So therefore, we need to increase that external obliquity until those humeral epicondyles are 45 degrees with the IR to obtain a good repeat image. In this next AP external oblique projection, again, we're looking for the radial head, neck, and tuberosity to be free of superimposition, but also you can see that the radial head and capitulum again is that joint space is closed. So that should tell you that there is the forearm is not parallel with the IR and the arm is not fully extended. We also need to increase the degree of external obliquity until the arm is at a 45-degree angle. When evaluating an AP internal oblique projection, you want to see that the coronoid process, trochlear notch, and medial aspect of the trochlea are seen in profile. 3/4 of the radial head should superimpose the ulna. We do not see that coronoid process in profile. So we should know that this image really represents more of an AP projection. So we need to increase the degree of internal obliquity until the humeral epicondyles are 45 degrees with the IR. In this AP internal oblique projection, we do have a little bit more rotation, but we're still insufficiently rotated because that coronoid process is still lateral to that radial head. The trochlear notch is not in profile. And so the last aspect of this image evaluation is that the joint space here is not open again, that capitulum radial head joint space. So we need to fully extend that arm and increase that degree of internal obliquity until those humeral epicondyles are superimposed. So let's evaluate this lateral projection. In evaluating this, you can see that the radial head is actually proximal, okay, to this coronoid process, right? And it's superimposing over the capitulum partially. The radial tuberosity here is also seen anteriorly. So in order to correct this imaging error, we need to depress that distal forearm because it's actually higher than the proximal forearm until those humeral epicondyles are aligned with the IR. Also, we need to internally rotate that distal forearm until that wrist is in a true lateral projection. That's what makes this radial tuberosity be seen in profile. In this lateral projection, when you can see that the radial head here is distal, okay, to the coronoid, okay? Trying to draw it out here for you. And so therefore, this should be an indicator that the distal forearm is actually pointing down and the proximal humerus. In order to, or I'm sorry, they're all not in the same plane, sorry. And so you can also see posteriorly the medial epicondyle. And so this should indicate to you that there is an elevation problem. What you want to do is elevate that distal forearm and proximal humerus until those humeral epicondyles are parallel with the IR. I mean perpendicular with the IR. Again, when evaluating this image, you should determine that the radial head and the coronoid are not in the correct positioning of each other. The radial head is, again, distal to that coronoid here, okay, very slightly, but it is distal. And it is anterior, okay, to the coronoid. So therefore, we have some elevation problems. We need to elevate that distal forearm and proximal humerus until those humeral epicondyles are aligned perpendicular with the IR. This concludes the review. If there's any additional questions, please reach out to me so that we can review image evaluation of the elbow. Thank you.